Hi everyone, I'm Regina Martinho e hoje trago para vocês aquilo que eu chamo de o coringa do inglês. Ele sempre causa uma enrascada, difícil de produzir, difícil de compreender em muitas situações. So today I bring the sound of the letter T and I talk about 4 different sounds that the letter T when it's written has. Okay, so we're talking about it today. Number 1, the T is going to be pronounced as a sharp sound, so you have to produce it very well. A produção do T em inglês é diferente da produção do T em português. A gente fala, por exemplo, taco, talco. In English, what I'm going to say is talco. Eu vou produzir esse T com um chiado de S. Esse é o T forte em inglês. The T in the beginning of words or in stressed syllables. So, what I'm going to say is like tomato, tom. So, this strong, Tim, take, time. This is the strong T that comes in the beginning of words or when the syllable is stressed. I'll give you some examples with sentences so that you see how strong and different this T will sound. It took Tim 10 times to touch the telephone. It took Tim 10 times to touch the telephone. You see? This is the way it is. Stop touching Tom's toes. Tom e não Tom. Stop touching Tom's toes. So you see, in these 3 sentences, I have the peculiar T that is strong and really sharp, different from what we have in Portuguese. Let's go to our second sound of T. The second sound of T is the T when it comes between 2 vowels, or when the T is in the middle of a word but it's unstressed. What happens with this T? It's going to lose, its sound, and you can replace the sound of T and use an R, R brando, que a gente fala. Eu costumo dar o exemplo de arara, siri, então são palavras que têm um T fraco no meio delas, como, for example, letter, letter, hotter, water, water, right? So this T will become a flap T. Just some observation here, the D also becomes a flap sometimes. And then D and T will have exactly the same sound. If I say wedding and if I say wedding, they're going to sound exactly the same because I changed both the D and the T into flaps. And then I have similar sounds. Let's get some sentences so that we can practice together. What a good idea. What a good idea. What a good idea. Olha um D virando flap aqui. What a good idea. What a good idea. One more example. Put it in a bottle. Put it in a bottle. Put it in a bottle. TTL, making a flap sound. Put it in a bottle. All right? Get a better water heater. Essa tá cheia de flap T. Get a better water heater. Get a better water heater. Get a better water heater. Heater, fechado. Hit. Hit é uma coisa. Heat é diferente, ok? Heat, hit. One is long and the other is short. So here we have examples of T when it becomes a flap T because it's a weak sound. The next sound of T, that would be number 3, is the stop T or the held T. So what happens here? This causes a lot of problems for Brazilians because we usually stress the final consonant. So for example, what, many people will say watch or what. And in fact, what you do, you produce what here and you hold it. What, hit, okay, right, all right, all righty, all right? Okay, some examples with this stop T. How do you form it? Você vai formar, vai fazer toda a formação do T aqui, lembrando que você segura ele aqui e não solta o ar, mas o T está todo formado. O espaço dele está aqui, o tempo dele está aqui. Eu não vou falar o, eu vou falar what, right, porque eu formei. Eu só não right, só não soltei. Right? So let's see some examples here. She hit the hot hat with her hat. She hit the hot hat with her hat. She hit the hot hat with her hat. A lot of stop sounds here, and if you don't pay attention, if you are not attentive, and if you're not aware of this, you might not understand it. So knowing how to produce the how T will help you in both ways. Okay? One more example. What? Put my hat back. What? Hold it. Put my hat back. Put my hat back. You see? Put my hat back. Short words, and the thing that I said can cause some difficulty. Depending on, you know, the context of the sentence and everything, it might be a little hard to understand. And one more example. Pat was quite right. Pat was quite right. Pat was quite right. Pat, segura, was quite right. You see? Stop sounds. Knowing how to produce the stop T is important because it will bring you confidence, it will make you speak with clarity, and it will give you this fluidity that everybody wants, right? Now we go to the last sound of T. That is, when you have N, T together, and then we form what we call the glottal T. Glottal T. What's that? I form it here, I hold it here, and I immediately go to the next syllable. How do we produce that? Mountain. Costumo dizer que você faz o T, forma o T. Dos 4 T's que a gente falou hoje, é o mais difícil de produzir. Forma o T, engole esse T. Mountain. É assim que você começa a praticar. Important. Important. Olha só essa palavra important. In e não in. Esse P é todo trabalhado, né? Isso vai para um outro vídeo. Important. 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 Ah, that's very important. No. Important. Important. Manhattan. Manhattan. Sentence. You see? So these are words that have this glottal T very, very strong, and it will make a difference when you hear this. And if you are not aware, if you don't know how it's produced, you might not understand what people say. In a word like mitten, mitten, what's mitten? You see? Mitten, that's what you want to hear, but the correct pronunciation is mitten. You want to see another one? Button, button. Aqui no Brasil a gente fala bottom, né? Ah, ganhei bottom. No, it's a different thing. Button, button. Let's see some examples together. She's certain that she has written it. She's certain that she has written it. Certain, written, written. You know, written, 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 written. She's certain that she has written it. One more. Students study Latin in Britain. Students study Latin in Britain. Latin, Britain. There's the famous word that I just remembered, continental. Hard word because of this glottal T, continental. Continental, continental. Interview, continental. That's a hard one. And the last one, she can't read that sentence. She can't read that sentence. Sentence. She can't read that sentence. So here we have the 4 different sounds of the letter T. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Listen and listen and practice and repeat as many times as you can, because these sounds, I would say the 4 sounds, they are not so easy to produce. So, espero que tenham gostado desse vídeo, que curtam esse vídeo e se inscrevam no nosso canal. I'll see you in our next challenge. Bye!